My mic set up. All right. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. All right. I think I really want to have that music playing in the background, man, because that thing is super relaxing and super comfortable. Welcome to a live session of Trade Hybrid, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, one of your traders here at Trade Hybrid, Sus Filiano, better known as Jamar Johnson, when we're talking business. And it is Monday. I think it's Monday. Yeah, it's definitely Monday. New York session is open. We're live. I know you're seeing my chart. You're seeing a lot of things going on, but shout out to Trade Hybrid for hooking us up with these indicators and these tools that actually makes it easier for us to trade in the markets. Today, I'm actually going to do something different. I'm really just going to jump in here and scan the market, see what's up. But I'm also going to use the tools we have to scan the markets and see what's up as well, so we can look for some weekly opportunities. Now, for those that know me, you guys know that I try to stay out the markets Sundays and Fridays. Mondays is kind of like a wishy-washy day for me as well. Some days I trade it. Some days I, just come in to see the setups, to see what's happening. The big thing I like to point out is everybody has their own trading strategy. Everybody has their own ways they read the market and the ways they look at the market. And for me, I'm a top-down analysis, right? I like looking at the bigger picture to see what's going on. And I even like, seeing it every time before my session, before my trading session, just so I can remind myself exactly, what my goals are and what I'm looking at. So right now we're on NAS futures, actually the mini. Let me go ahead and switch up to the regular NAS. For those that are trading futures, shout out to you, man. It's crazy. If you want to get into futures, go ahead and click the link. Subscribe, make sure you follow us, because we do a lot of futures trading. We actually do live. You'll see us log in tomorrow and you'll see us trading our prop firm funded accounts live on TradingView from this channel. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this channel is going to have a lot of different things. But let's get into it. So, all right, first we're going to start off with NAS. We're in the futures and we'll go down some of the cryptos. I know people are super excited because crypto's going crazy. I posted something earlier on Facebook talking about the crypto run, how it was setting up. Bitcoin's, one of the candidates for the setup. So I'll show you that. And I'll also show you how, our tools are really giving us the edge that we need in the markets. A great book that we read when we first got started was called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and, had a lot of great information, a lot of value. And one of the things that I took away from it was the edge. At the end of the book, he basically broke down, what would give the traders edge. And it was a confluence of things. It was a few things. It was risk to reward. It was knowing when to get in and when to get out, right? It was knowing tools of what trades to look for. And at that time, they didn't even have this. I don't even think TradingView existed. I don't even think AI, was as big as it is now. I don't even think automations were set up. So when that book was written, it was written for people that were manually trading, some people that were paper trading. And now we're in a digital world. A lot of those things that traders would have needed to give themselves, quote unquote, the edge, we created as indicators. So definitely something to tap into. Super excited about what we're doing here at Trade Hybrid. And you should be a member. Right now we have for this month only. At the month ends and we go into 2024, we're going into regular pricing. Right now, we have crazy deals to join our membership. So if you're watching this, definitely make sure you lock in. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. All right, I got Nas up right here, and we're looking at it on the month. Reason why I look at the month, TBP, the bigger picture, right? You want to see what's happening overall so you can zoom in and, have your setups created. So the overall picture for this is the trend is up. Actually, let me take off some of my superpower indicators because I'll show you how these come into handy later. Let me take it out. Let's take it out. All right. So overall, we see that Nas is on the uptrend, and it's been on the uptrend since March 2nd of 2009, right? So this whole time we've been going on the uptrend. I know it's a lot that happens in a year, right? And a lot that's happening, honestly, day by day, but the overall trend has been up. We did get a baby pullback, which I don't even think that was a 23% retracement. Let me go ahead and slap my fib on there just to make sure, but I don't even think we made it to 23. Oh, it did. Okay. All right. So got down to about the 38% retracement. So we had a 38% retracement on Nas since 2009 when it first took off. And we're right back at the top right now. Let me zoom in so you can actually see the action that's going on inside. We're right back at the top right now. Now, here's what we're forecasting with Nas. We know November just had a crazy big month. You see that engulfing candle right there. November, I think, shout out to Yuppie. Yuppie said it moved like 1,700 pips or something like that. Position, sorry, not pips. And now here we are testing the high. Now, what I foresee is definitely a pullback, right? For pullback, we got some work to do. We got a fair value gap. Well, not even a fair value gap. It is a fair value gap. I'd say in this area, right? And actually, let me draw a box because I like putting boxes there. This is a interesting area because this is where we expect price to at least pull at least pull back to this area right here. Now it could come all the way back. It's I don't have a magic 8-ball, so I don't really know where it's going to pull back. We just have areas that of significance that show where it could possibly pull back. Now I could go on and on about why, right? But we have training courses for that. We have live sessions for that tell you what fair value gaps are and how to trade them and how to mark them up and such. But for the most part, this is essentially what we trade. We look for opportunities to go long, and then we look for pullbacks. And when we look for pullbacks, we look for areas of interest where price has some work to do. And a lot of times the work that has to be done with price is closing gaps, right? When it liquidates orders and goes in a direction, it has to come back and close those fair value gaps. So for Nas, what I'm expecting to happen is Nas could either, for December, we're going for the whole month here, and then we'll break it down, right? For the whole month, we can see Nas go up and test the high. Now, it hasn't tested the high. How high? Shout out to, who was it? How high? Method Man and Redman. Shout out to them, but 16,361 is where price found its high 2 years ago. Actually, last year, back in January, price started there and went to the bottom. So December, you see this right here, December 2021. It's 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. December 2021, you see this candle right here. Not quite a doji, but as price went up, it lost air. And then there's that engulfing candle to the downside that took us down in January. So for the end of the year, we crept up, right? And you can kind of see these candles. I call these holiday candles because this is where a lot of the holiday action isn't. I don't want to say is, it isn't. And you can see that. So what we foresee is price possibly doing the same thing it did 2 years ago, going up to this area and then dropping down. Now, here's why I think the pullback may have already started for the month of December. Before we continue to go up, make higher highs, is because we call it Bloody December. Let's think November, Thanksgiving, family members, December, Christmas, family members, right? So people are spending not a lot of money in the markets. The institutions aren't really looking at opportunities right now. They've already made their money for the year. They're probably doing their taxes right now. This is more so like a retailer's time, the fourth quarter, December. So we call this Bloody December because, as you can see, you didn't see here. Let me see if it did it last year. Let's try to find December, September, October, November, December. Look, here's December last year. Look at that crazy drop. Oh, man, it was bloody. It was bloody. After a buy, after, a good month of November took it up like we're seeing right here, it's probably going to pull back. So let's go ahead and on a weekly and look at what we're looking at right now. It already actually started to pull back, but it's still not a complete one because we have some key levels of support here, resistance. Actually, I'll show you when I pull up my support and resistance lines, but we really want to see price engulf first and then break into this area to close this gap to give us an indication that it may continue to pass down further for that pullback. So if you got in already at the sell, you may be a good standards because you got in right at the top. So your stop loss is going to be basically like a few pips away. So you should be cool. But let's look at this thing on a weekly for something for us to trade for this week. So definitely looking for pullbacks. And let me grab my fibs again so I can just drop that on there. Shout out to Fibonacci. We do have this inside Trade Hybrid, but it's quick to grab it, pull it up here. So right where you see that purple box, that's actually, a good area for where price may come back because it also lines up with a 23% retracement inside the 38. So this is a good area to see where price will come back. So first goal, we're actually looking for a pullback to come here. Now, again, I'm not really in the markets fourth quarter in the year. We really like to trade with the trend. So this is like more so for people that are just, that don't care what the market conditions are. They're looking for opportunities and we want to help you find them. So let me go back to my 8-hour candle. This is my favorite hour to trade off of. I'll say this probably a million times before you guys really understand that this is my favorite hour to trade off. And honestly, I'll tell you why. There's 24 hours in a day, right? 24 hours in a day. So if you use this day candle right here, if you don't get this move when it starts, you miss it pretty much because it's already down here, right? We already missed it. Here's the daily, perfect example. It's a daily candle and it's already going down for the sell. So most people think they missed it. Even in the 12 hours, right? You may have missed the first half, but you can catch the second half. Now, here's what scares me about the 12 hours because price tends to reverse, within a day. It doesn't just go in one direction. It goes up, down, left and right, or up, down, up, left. It changes its habit. So with that being said, we want to be able to make sure we, get the best intraday trading. And with the 8 hours, if I miss the first 8-hour session, I get a chance to catch the second or the third. So I get 3 opportunities to go in a direction where price is going for the day. And that really gives you bigger moves, right? So we're looking for bigger moves. Our entries are still, we still go into the 1 hour to see things on a smaller time frame, even down to the 5. We have a partner company, shout out to Clarity, that provides us with some tools and Elevated FX. We got a couple partners, man, that provides us with some great tools. We got tools for crypto, tools for Forex. And then some of the Clarity tools work better on lower time frames. So this is what we use for our entries. And look at Nas right now. Like I said, if you got in on this one already, you were riding this thing down. And it's funny because you looking at this green line I planted here, and this was our entry line. So a lot of people caught this. If you're in our group, then you caught this because it started to pull down. We said, hey, wait for price to come back up and clear this area. And of course it did. And now it's just dropping. Drop it low, girl, drop it low, girl. I don't know if that's the real song, but yeah, so the most important part about all of this is it doesn't take much time to look at the charts and find out what's going on. But it's even easier when you have tools to help you. So that's what I want to show you now. While I have Nas up, I'll jump into some other pairs too. Again, like I said, I want to show you some crypto. But just off the rip, we have 2 indicators that we use. Actually, I have 4. Actually, 5. I really could put them in 1, but we like having them spaced out because everybody doesn't use everything. So first we have the Trade Hybrid indicator, which I'm using support and resistance and QQE signals. And there's more on there. I could use Ichimoku Cloud and trend and harmonic patterns, and the Fibonacci's even in there as well. But I like this because once I see short, I'm looking for sales. And B's are breakup entries. L's is longs, right? And then if I see a red line, I know that it is the resistance. If I see a green line, I know that's a support. So we buy support and we sell at resistance, and we get the confirmation from short and long signals. So that's one way that I use Trade Hybrid. And then we also created enhanced order blocks, which really is like more so like swing low, swing highs. But these are good because you honestly can just trade order block to order block, support the resistance. So perfect example, this green box down here was the order blocks, and here was the support. This was a buy. It broke through the previous level of resistance and came up, found the new level of resistance, and now it's saying short. So we would have gotten out here and we would be selling. We would sold down to this green box, bought up to the red box. So from the red box down to the green box, and Nas is consolidating right now. So these wouldn't be good trades to, really go all in on because it's ranging right now. But this open right here was a great break to the downside. Here was an order block. We got a few different indicators or confluences for why this was a sell. Even on our ADX, and you won't see it here, but the ADX had cross for us, and it printed a downside arrow, red. So confluence, order block, QQE, and then here's a break right here. So break of structure. So these were great indications of sell signals. So super excited about what we have. And then let me bring up our DIY, do-it-yourself indicator, because you'll see this right over here. This told me what to do. I didn't even need to guess. I really have my panel on the right side that told me that, the indicators that I use were setting up for shorts. So I use the Ichimoku Cloud, which I don't have to have it on the screen because the indicator knows anything above we're buying, anything below we're selling. And I don't have my EMAs of 500, 200 on the screen, but anytime they cross to the upside, it's a long. Anytime they cross to the downside, it's a short. And you see this super trend right here. I do have this super trend. I do have the fair value gaps on here because I do wanted you to see the actual the value gaps that I was marking up. You saw me put it in purple boxes, but these automatically show, so we don't really have to try to come up with them. And then what you're seeing here is also the super trend. So for somebody like me that doesn't really have a lot of time to come stare at the markets, I don't really need to, because I come right in here. I have my indicators. Shout out to Trade Hybrid, and we get busy. Another one that you're seeing at the bottom is we have volume right here at the bottom indicator. You'll see volume, and this is self-explanatory. You see these green candles, right? You see these candles that are big, and you see smaller ones. Well, this is the volume that's inside the market at that time. So we're only looking for candles that have a lot of volume, right? We want to trade when the volume is present. So once you find your strategy, once you create your strategy, and here's the cool thing with Trade Hybrid, you can create it yourself. If you don't already have an indicator that works for you, you can come right in here and we can show you how you can choose whichever indicator you want. I'll pull it up really quick so you can see it. Choose whichever indicator you want. Like my leading one is Ichimoku, but if you have a different indicator you like to use, that will show up here as your leading indicator, and it'll let you know when to buy or sell it. And then you could just add as many other secondary indicators that you want, and that will show up here as well. So the icy part, I don't want to say spicy because we already got an icy spice. Well, it's the same thing. Icy spicy part, the icy spicy part is you can create an alert for yourself. Now, I know a lot of people are really like, I really don't have time to sit at the charts and stare at it. Can I just be alerted when my indicators go off? And absolutely. So you can easily come up here to alert, go down to DIY, and choose sell alert or buy alert. So every time a buy alert or sell alert prints, it will send you an alert, right? You can put whatever time you want in there, placeholder such as close, right? Time, whatever information you need in there, but you can send yourself signals too. So you don't have to just be on the charts to catch the trades. You can send yourself alerts and then jump in to take the trades. So yeah, man, I really wanted to highlight these tools because they are the reason why we're dominating the market right now. And let me just go ahead and jump into another pair really quick so you can see this on another time. on another pair. So here is GU futures, right? 8 hour, same scenario. I love the setup. Look, here's a buy. Here's the support. The trend is carrying out. Here's the enhanced order block. There's the long call, right? So we're buying from here. It broke the resistance, ran into an order block. We may have gotten out here. We may have stayed because it didn't pull back enough. And if you're in GU, you're still riding it up, honestly, until you get the short signal right here, which tells you to short. So you may close. And now you're looking for shorts down to the other side. So volume is active, right? There's volume inside. So this is a clean setup, right? Let's go to, I know all the hype is about Bitcoin right now. Let's go pull up Bitcoin because I got something to show y'all. Not only do we have tools for Bitcoin, yeah, you're seeing it right here. Strong buy, strong sell. Let me hide some of these real quick so you can focus on what we want you to focus on is the fact that we have signals that tell you when there's opportunities to buy and sell crypto. Now, I don't know if you're on the rock, but crypto moves crazy. Not all of them, and not all the time. Sometimes you may only get like a 1%, 1% move. But right now, while we're headed on a crypto run, we're getting some crazy moves. And we have indicators that you're seeing. Paradox, shout out to my boy from Elevated FX. He knows who he is. I don't know if I should shout his name out right now because he's not in this space, but he's making tools for people in this space. But shout out to my bro, man, for making this Paradox AI tool and tells us when to buy or sell. So we knew what to do with Bitcoin before we even knew what to do with Bitcoin, right? In other words, it gave us the idea right here, strong buys. Now, will these tell you all the time? And will these be right 100% of the time? Absolutely not. I don't even care that it's right all the time. What I do care is that it tells me when a move is happening. That's the most important part is when a move happens, I am notified, right? Look, here's a strong buy, strong buy, strong buy. Let me go, and that's on a 15 minute. Let me go on a 1 hour. Strong buy, right? And this is Bitcoin. Look, strong sell when it dropped down. Strong sell when it dropped down. Let me go back to my 8 hour. I love the 8 hour. Look at this. Strong buy, strong sell, strong buy. There's the volume. You guys are seeing volume while some of these are being called. So we have more than enough confluences to dominate the space. It's really about just choosing which pair you really want to get acclimated with, which pair you really want to master, and then having your way with it. Right now, Bitcoin's going crazy. It's up 4%. They're 4% already. What's wild is, we sit and trading and we talk about stocks and, our goals. And some people say they want a 10% a year goal. Bitcoin just did that today. So, tons of opportunity in the Forex market, tons of opportunity in the crypto market. It really is each its own. And the cool thing about where we're at, we can do both. With the futures broker that we have, we're allowed to trade crypto and we can trade Forex stocks, indices, whatever. So it really is just a matter of picking what you want to focus on. So we said we want to scan the markets. Let's go ahead and scan. Let's go ahead to Oanda and let's start off with the dollar. Dollar's still marked up from where we had it a while ago. And it actually broke the area. But, let's be honest. Just came down, made a higher low. This may be an engulfment back to the upside, probably back to where it came from. So we can continue I don't know. It really depends. We really want to see for this month to play out, man. That's what I'm waiting for. The month to end on the dollar. Got the engulfing candle to the downside. This could be the pullback back into the inside, headed up. But still a little too early to tell. Let's see what's happening on the day. All right, so dollar is a buy for the day. So that means that everything else opposite of it should be going down. So let's check GBP. Yep, there's GBP. And I have it area right here of interest. I don't even know where that came. Oh, that's me. I was like, I don't know where that came from. All right, so GU's down. So if I pick up GU, then boom, there's proof that GU is headed back down. I don't think it's a double top or anything like that. I think if we pull out, we have, yes, that gold cup forming right there. Some people like to trade the cups, the teacups. which indicates maybe a drop. This could even be a pattern, a harmonic pattern. Let me see if I got something in the pattern play for it. Oh, no patterns here. Oh, there was one. That was a short sale. Yeah, no patterns or anything. And I like to track patterns because I really believe, outside of price action, ratios are like the best indication of where price can really, really go. Everything else is just, hypothetically speaking, but ratios and price action really give you a great indication. So GU is calling for a short. Let's go into, this actually is a good short. Let's see. All right, on the weekly candle. Oh, man, and the week just started. Engulfment. Oh, man. Great mirror. The day is already bigger than what it was. All right, so GU looks like found a median of high and low, which is really, not that it's not tradable, but for somebody like me, I'm looking for trades from top to bottom. So when it gets to the middle, I kind of wait for it to go ahead and get to where it needs to get to before I look for some entries. So if you're somebody that's trading GU, then you may have a different, outlook. You may actually, you may be looking for the sales. I see where you would see a sell, but I also see that this hasn't made a This is respected this previous lower high. So it hasn't made a higher high. Well, it has made a higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be the higher low right here. So we would need a higher high to see it going to the upside. So one of these candles would need to break this area right here, which it hasn't yet. So we could be going down to retest the area around here before shooting to the upside. So yeah, and then on a weekly, at the lower low, at the higher low, lower high, higher high, higher low. Okay. Well, yeah, again, this candle right here, this weekly candle is looking to mirror the last weekly candle. So, with it being Monday, this could be the pump fake. This is why I also stay out the markets until Tuesday. I wait for all of the excitement to get out the way. And I also wait for the money to show up in the market, liquidity to get there so we can just, take it on our way to our destination. No disrespect to anybody that's trading, but that's just the reality. All right. So, again, man, I think the reason why I was jumping on here live today was just to show you, one, let's see what the dollar is. Let's see what it's doing. And I also have... Let me bring my cloud up because I'll show this a million times. But yeah, price for the dollar is still inside the cloud, which means it may bounce back and forth. It may be choppy for a minute. So we just keep that in mind as we're trading. And let me bring back up our Supercator. So what we should call it, the Supercator. All right. And it does take a second to load up. And then if you do get on the inside and you do get access to Trade Hybrid, you will need to come in and tweak your settings and change it. Just because, there's a lot of different tools here. You may not need all of the tools here. You may not even want all of the tools. So make sure you come in and you tweak these to your preferences. So like I have mine set up to where I don't even use all of the indicators. I just use, and then sometimes I switch depending on, what I'm looking for, what my goal is for that day. I think volume is coming in. And yeah, one thing I will add is it does take a second for the DIY to load up because it has so much going on. So if you're looking for a quick indicator to pop up instantly, the DIY is not it. It does have its own brain, takes its good old time to come up. But when it's there, it's fire. So we don't complain. We appreciate it. And my phone is ringing. And I just realized we had an appointment today at 9:30. All right. So what I'll do for time's sakes is I will cut this video and we'll come back in a few and we'll jump back on live stream and we'll keep going through like the market outlook. We'll keep looking for some opportunities. We'll keep sharing the tools. We'll keep letting you guys see what we have in real time that's helping our traders get their edge. That being said, this is your boy Suits Viliano, better known as Jamar Johnson, and I'm encouraging you to trade smarter, not harder. And I'm encouraging you to trade smarter, not harder.